I woke up one February morning in 2003 and knew that I had been visited by God.
And the Lord come down on us from the mountain in the form of the words of great Moses to the Egyptians he had told.
And he had given me a job to do. Now, I'll tell you, I had the tools to do the job, but I had no desire to start a homeless shelter.
Nothing goes as planned.
And I had no idea of how to go about it.
Heavy hearts and tired hands, reaching up to heaven's gates. Life is bittersweet, with love and tragedy.
I just knew that if God was doing it, the church ought to be involved. So I came back and I told the people at the church we ought to have a homeless shelter. It didn't go over worth a darn. Nobody was interested. Nothing happened for a while, but I knew that sooner or later something was going to happen and I would have to start the homeless shelter. And one of the ladies at the church finally, because I talked about it several times, came to me and said, if you're really serious about starting a homeless shelter, I'll help you. Now, she was a woman that had been involved in other civic projects, so she knew a little bit about how to go about it.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Even when the world begins to spin the other way, rest your burden down. Let it fade away.
She said, but the first thing we ought to do is we ought to find out if there are any homeless people in this place. Because nobody believed there were any homeless people. You just didn't see them.
Do not be afraid. Look at where you are. Every tear and every scar, orchestrated from the start and intertwined to mend your heart. There's a love that conquers all in this patchwork that we make. From the moment that we wake till the day we hear him call. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Even when the world begins to spin the other way, rest your burden down. Let it fade away.
This was no joke. She said, let's find out. We'll call Job and Family Services and see what they know about homeless people. She called Job and Family Services on a Tuesday morning and talked to the lady that was in charge locally.
Do not be afraid. Do not be.
So this was Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning we went in for the meeting, and she had her staff there with her. And she said, you know, this is the strangest thing, because we had our annual planning meeting Monday. And the main topic was, what are we going to do about all these homeless people in Tuscarawas County? And she said, you call on Tuesday morning and want to talk to about the homeless people? And right then I knew I was not crazy and that we were going to have a homeless shelter. Because this was not my project. I was just making the calls.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be
And a year and a half later, we opened the homeless shelter.